What are you shooting, Max?
I'm doing K2 Surge 18mm. It's a beautiful contrasted colour. Sort of reminds me of the starry sky.
You've not got a it doesn't. You didn't say that. You said it. Hold on, your mic.
It reminds me of the toilet floor from school in the 90s.
It does. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a toilet floor pattern on it that people in the States might not get the reference. But if you went to school in England, yeah, that's what the toilet floor looked like.
A chewing gum here and a pizza there.
But it does look, I think, that one there. Hi everyone, welcome to Locoskates channel. I think that one there is the best color actually. That's the base one. It's the one without the intuition liner, and it's the 80mm one. Is this photo going to come up on the screen?
No, I didn't take it. But you could do.
So it's out of focus. There you go. Great job. But I think that's the best color combo actually. I really like the contrast on that. There you go. Faux stuff here at Locoskates. Harry's got a different one over here. So we're just going to talk a little bit about the new K2 range, the grid skates and the surge skates they're called. And all right. Which one's which? The grid one is the low end one?
No, the grid is the intuition liner version one.
Which is this?
But Gaston's made a little custom here with an eagle frame.
Doesn't come with that frame, but we'll show the real one in a minute. But here they are on the page.
Oh yeah, so there you go.
So the grid is one, but intuition liner is more expensive. The surge is the one without, and it's less expensive. So prices from £300 with the intuition liner and from £200 without the intuition liner.
Yep.
And whatever that is converted to dollars. Not too different actually, converted straight to dollars because it comes out a little bit cheaper on the Loco website when you look in dollars actually, just because of the way it's converted and stuff. So starting at $245 for the cheaper one and $365 for the intuition one. It's got a, what's it called at the back again? The lock, the heel lock, the something lock.
Flex lock.
Flex lock.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at flex lock. So this is one of the selling points.
So I guess it's just a case of not completely undoing it. It seems as if you use an Allen key to twist it about 45 degrees, you'll be able to change the amount of dorsiflexion.
Yeah, and just so for anyone, the dorsiflexion is like this articulated forward flex on the cuff where it will just flex forward, but you can stop it from flexing forward by locking the back of the cuff. It's pretty good. Yeah, as long as you probably would be a bit careful with it because it is like just a plastic cuff. So I wouldn't want to be locking it and unlocking it every 5 minutes because I'd be a bit worried about it wearing away. But
yeah, maybe if you were using the skates more aggressively, I'd be intrigued about how well that held up. But
probably just a word of warning. Maybe just don't keep doing it all the time.
Yeah,
in case it wears it down. But yeah,
I see what you mean. Yeah. But yeah, good looking skates, made very well. I like the speckliness. That's very cool.
This one's more like a mini egg and less like a toilet floor. Again, American viewers might
maybe like a bus floor, you know?
A bus floor. K2, I think they're just going in with all the UK
They've been looking childhood floors.
Memories and references.
They seem to, I don't really know if these are pre-existing ratchets and buckles, but they look
new.
They look new
and they look solid.
Solid, yeah. Like, doesn't seem like you might get some rattle over time, but yeah, they seem pretty good.
The laces like
laces are pretty standard. The most interesting part of them, I mean, it's all quite interesting. It's a new model, I guess, but it's this developed intuition collaboration liner with K2. So let's just take it out a sec. And so it's got a pretty traditional like K2 tongue with their quick lace system, but then also very distinctively Intuition, the rest of it. So these built-in J bars or like cuff straps you might see, you can sometimes Velcro them off. They're built in.
Is that J bar? Is that like is it less flexible than the rest of the?
Yeah, it's a much stiffer part around the ankle. So the ones like the Intuition Premium, you can choose whether to have it or not to stiffen it up. But this one is just stitched in, which is nice. And yeah, the quick release tongue, which is an interesting addition to an Intuition liner. Some notable differences as well inside. Probably not going to be able to see it on the camera. This has like a built-in kind of padded section around the ankle. Maybe you can see these two bits there.
Yeah. Stop heel lift.
To stop heel lift.
Just general comfort.
And I have some thoughts also that, so K2 have included inside the liner this like insole or footbed.
It's like pretty thick, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really thick one, which could be good for shock absorption. I don't really know. My understanding is that Intuition liners are not designed to have these inside unless you have some kind of issues with your foot.
Yeah, I know that the new FR boot, they sent me a sample of the new FR Neo, and they said, "Oh, it makes you take the insole out because it's not supposed. The Intuition line is supposed to be skated without the insole."
Yeah, and so if you look inside here, the way that this has been made, maybe you'll see. It's hard to show. It's like a sock. You don't need it in there, and so it's perfectly comfortable without having it in there. And so I tried the skate on without realizing the insole was in.
Also, just to point out, there's a shock absorber Velcro to the bottom as well.
True,
So
yeah,
if you're wondering, like, hey, how am I supposed to skate without an insole in terms of like shock absorption? Then there is a heel wedge there. I suppose it definitely comes down to like personal preference, because some people might just want to put an insole in, but as stock, they're saying don't put an insole in.
Yeah,
Intuition is saying that, but K2 have put an insole in. So,
and I'm saying if you get these skates with the Intuition version, I think take it out. And the reason why I say that is I put my foot in without knowing it was there, and I could feel the length of the skate was good, and actually I had a bit of wiggle room, but my toes were like pressed up really high, and it wasn't utilizing the shape of the toe box correctly. It just felt a bit off. So I explored more and took the insole out of the liner, and then my toes were in the toe box correctly, and also I could feel that the heel lock in the liner, my ankle was in the correct place for that. Yeah. So it feels like your ankle's a bit too high in the liner.
Oh, I see, because it's got that padding.
Because it's got those padded bits that we showed earlier. Yeah, it just felt like my ankle wasn't sitting correctly in the liner. So interesting addition. Maybe experiment. Maybe you like it. Maybe you don't. But I would probably take those out.
You're going to go and look at the other models. Are they in here?
They're in Max's room, yeah.
So we've seen the base one already. Oh yeah, crack them out.
A couple here as well.
They're just, so what they are is they're all different colours. Look, here's one which is like grey with purple laces. That's the Grid 90. So that's the Intuition liner with 90mm wheels. Yeah, they're all different colours and all different wheel configurations. Well, I don't know if Matt. He doesn't want to talk. You can talk there if you like.
Fine, yeah. Sure.
So what have we got? We've got, so in the more expensive versions, we got. Stay on.
Yeah.
That is the 80mm Grid.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. 80mm is such a standard, isn't it? But I just think it looks cool. Actually, I do like the design on this one as well, because the toilet floor, bus floor, mini egg packet shell on this looks like a starry sky. Actually, it does look like a kind of
bus floor.
It doesn't look like a bus floor. It looks like, what would you call it? Like when you go into one of those domes. What's it called? Like a. Can you a planetarium?
Yeah.
It looks like I'm in a planetarium. I do like that. But so that's the 80mm version, but then this a little bit more mini egg. This one, isn't it? That's the mini egg because of the purple as well. But I think the 90mm wheel setup actually works better on this skate. There's something about it where the proportions, I don't know, seem better. Just the way it tucks in here, it seems like it's like almost designed for a 90mm wheel. If you look at the ride height on both of those, you can see there's a bigger gap on the 80s here between your foot and the wheel, whereas it's closed up a bit more on the 90s. It's like tucked in a bit more. So I'd be personally, it just looks like a better use of space on the 90mm version. And then there's also a 110mm version of this.
Yes, that one there, the grid.
There you go. Is this the one I skated the marathon on, maybe? With a different frame. But yeah, it's a freewheel version as well. And I suppose, yeah, the middle wheel comes up about level with the front mount on that. But my choice would be the 90s. Another cool colorway. And yeah, and then the ones which don't have the intuition liners. Seen that one already. That is my favourite now, actually.
It's a good colour, that, yeah.
That's my
Good
favourite,
contrast.
just because of the contrast. I think that'll look best on a web page. And then, look, the wheel sizes are a bit different
on the cheaper one.
On the cheaper one. So you start with an 80, so standard, and then this one is an 84mm setup. All good.
It's a nice colourway as well.
Yeah, they're all good colorways. A bit random on the 84mm, especially like to get aftermarket wheels and stuff. But yeah, some people do want that sweet like middle Goldilocks wheel size. And the top one is 110 on this one. Oh, look, that is the only one without a speckle, without a toilet floor on it. So, that looks, yeah, it's cool. It's hard to decide which one is actually the best looking one. I think they all do have their own little thing going on. So
so am I right in saying that the lower priced versions, the 3 surges, do they all come with brakes installed?
They do, yeah. So the brakes are it's in the box. Oh no, it's installed on that one. And then on the more expensive version, it comes in the box.
Okay, so they all have brakes, but the cheaper ones are pre-installed.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it. And what else is different? Yeah, the other thing as well, it's just worth noting that on the ones which don't have an intuition liner, it's still got like a K2 liner in it. And K2 liners are really good. And yeah, when we tried these on before, it was like, yeah, this is like kind of almost, it's not as good as an intuition liner, obviously, but as far as stock liners go, it's one of the best on the market.
And so it must be that is a newly developed liner because they would have never have made a removable liner before, right?
Yeah. Gus, did you skate? Oh, hold on, you're not wearing a mic, but did you skate the stock liner on the K2 skates? Do you remember?
No, we used the intuition ones, yeah.
Did we both use the intuitions? Yeah. Okay. Cool. But they do have this.
They got the quick release.
It's a K2-ism, this quick release. So that releases the lace that comes undone to put them on, and then when you want to do it up, you just pull it and it grabs itself. Grabs it,
and then you tuck it away.
And then you tuck it into
with a little bit of Velcro.
You roll it. Hold on, I'll show you.
Yeah.
You go roll. I wish it was shorter so you didn't have to roll so much, but still, tuck it, Velcro, done. It is neat, and yeah, it makes putting your skates on a bit less of a chore. Someone was asking about, but what if you want to wear just normal laces or replace this? It's fine. You can put normal laces in it, and it's easily replaceable as well. And that's the same on the Intuition version too. So no issues. Yeah, they're all here. That's a big range of stuff. Lots of stuff to choose from. And yeah, so this is it, and just thought we'd give you a closer look. Bit of a different video, this one. We're just not even going to bother editing it. Just going to film and put it on the channel, and it might just provide like a little bit of extra information for you. So yeah, subscribe and all that stuff. See you in the next video. Bye.